Hello, everybody. So, in the month of January 2026, that is, in this month, a very rare and significant planetary alignment happening on 18th January 2026. So, this is a five planet conjunction. In Vedic astrology, we say Panchagrahi Yoga. So, the impact of Panchagrahi Yoga is always significant. It should not be ignored. And there is going to be impact for sure. And every time, whenever there is a five planet conjunction, you can see significant impacts of that particular five planet conjunction. And this time, this five planet conjunction is occurring in the sign of Capricorn, that is Makara Rashi. And in addition to this, in the Makara Rashi, I want to tell you especially this particular energy is mainly focused on Uttarashadha Nakshatra. So this particular five planet conjunction involves the Sun, the Moon, Mars, Mercury and Venus. And of course, as it is occurring in the sign of Capricorn, the Lord of Capricorn, that is Saturn, its position is also important, even though it is not physically in the sign of Capricorn at this conjunction time, but its strong influence governs this entire conjunction or entire this alignment. Now, I want to mainly focus on the power of Uttarashadha Nakshatra here. See, almost 4 out of the planets, 4 out of these 5 planets are clustered in Uttarashadha, a nakshatra ruled by the Sun and associated with universal victory. Uttarashadha is always associated with universal victory. Purvashadha is victorious, but Uttarashadha is 100% victorious. Purvashadha has some doubt, 90% success you can say in Purvashadha, but Uttarashadha is something like it's 100% success. It's a kind of universal victory related nakshatra. So this nakshatra is also known for its endurance, known for its structure and the ultimate triumph of righteousness, that is dharma. And this particular conjunction is also occurring on the new moon day, that is on 18th January. So on 18th January, the moon joins this particular cluster to form a new moon as well, right? So in Vedic astrology, this is often a time of deep reset. It's a big reset. It's not just a new moon. It's a new moon in conjunction with 4 other planets, and this whole thing is happening around Uttarashadha Nakshatra. And it is happening in the sign of Capricorn, a sign of discipline and governance, because that is a natural 10th house. And it is basically suggesting major shifts in the global structures, major shifts in the leadership, and major shifts in the personal responsibilities as well. And here one more important point to note is Mars is exalted in Capricorn and Mars is also in the conjunction, meaning it is at its highest strength. Mars is at its highest strength. So this adds a warrior energy to the whole conjunction. It's a kind of, the conjunction has some kind of driving ambition. It has some high productivity because of this Martian energy, and this particular conjunction has a focus on long-term goals, right? And of course, this conjunction can also it can create some kind of tension or conflict if this energy is not channeled properly, because it's Martian energy, it's high amounts of Martian energy. It has to be channeled properly, otherwise it would be very, very disruptive. And the Sun, Mercury and Venus are so close together. Mercury and Venus maybe combust, you can say. It's because they are too close to the Sun's heat. so which can sometimes lead to misunderstandings in communication or delays in financial or romantic matters, because Sun is very closer to Mercury and Venus in this conjunction. And totally this particular 5-planet conjunction in a Saturn ruled sign, that is the natural 10th house, the natural karma house Capricorn, is clearly showing it has some karmic things associated with it. And so globally we may see significant policy changes, even restructuring you can see, and environmental shifts related to earthy elements, because Capricorn is an earthy sign. And of course this particular conjunction, now here the most important thing here is the dharma aspect. See, Uttarashadha is not just a nakshatra of some organization or some reconstruction, but it is also a nakshatra of Vishwadevas. The deity of Uttarashadha is Vishwadevas. So you can see in the Vedic thought, the rise of dharma, the rise of righteousness, or the rise of order is a process of cleaning a house. It's similar to that. So the conjunction in January 2026, that is this 18th January 2026, this Panchagrahi Yoga is showing the qualities of that rising of dharma, the rise of dharma. So it is an intense structural reset that forces society and individuals back towards a dharmic path. So it is not a normal 5-planet conjunction, and almost so many planets in this conjunction, almost 4 out of 5 are in Uttarashadha, the nakshatra of universal victory, the nakshatra of Vishwadevas, that is the 10 personifications of virtue, right? So you can see the initial chaos of the conjunction, but after the chaos you can clearly see there is a push for satya, there is a push for truth. So deceptive practices and corrupt systems that flourished previously are expected to face a collapse. That then only you can find a room for more authentic leadership. So you can expect a collapse initially. The initial collapse is guaranteed, and then you can see a push for satya, a push for truth. And here you can also see the Saturn's heavy hand of justice. Saturn is the ruler of the sign Capricorn, is a Capricorn, and also this Capricorn is also the sign of karma. It is the executive branch of the entire zodiac. And this 5-planet cluster happens in Capricorn, and its ruler Saturn is in the sign of Pisces, a spiritual selfless sign. So you can see dharma in action. This is not a soft spiritual rise. It is the rise of dharma through laws. It is the rise of dharma through regulations and the consequences of past actions. And success after this period will likely only come to those whose work is rooted in ethics rather than shortcut driven greed, I can say. So before creation you can expect some destruction. And even you can see so many traditional interpretations about this yoga. So destruction before creation, we call it as a kind of Vilaya Tandavam, a dance of destruction. A dance of destruction to completely cleanse the bad. the shaky ground will break. The shaky ground will break, and you can see the dance of destruction to destruct all the bad. It's a cleansing impact. And finally, you will see the rise of dharma. This is what is going to happen because of this 5-planet conjunction. We're going to rebuild a more stable, a more honest society. And here Mars exaltation is clearly showing a disciplined warrior. And Mars is exalted during this conjunction, so the energy for right action is at its peak. So this isn't just about, thinking good thoughts. It's about the courage to implement hard changes. That is Mars, that is exalted Mars here. The courage to implement hard changes. So there is no other go now. So the dharma rise is guaranteed, but destruction before creation is also guaranteed because of this exalted Mars. And this exalted Mars is a disciplined warrior. Right action at its peak. So after this right action, you can see the Satya, the Dharma, the truth will rise. Thanks for watching this video.